Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel once again. Now I know this one took a little bit to get out, but I did give you that Survivor video to try to keep you held over till then. The reason why this one took so long is, well, I'm gonna be blunt with you. I have been rusty as fuck with Huntress. And I wanted to practice and get back into fighting shape before I decided to make a video on her, because Huntress can be quite a difficult killer to play, especially against survivors who understand how she works. So, as you guys have already guessed by the title, this is my Killer Catalog series, where I go over a killer, give tips and tricks for said killer, give my opinions on where this killer places in the DVD meta, and give any suggestions to change said killer should I feel like they need any at all. Oh, and my friend Allie just joined the party. Hey Allie, how you doing?
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, nothing, just making my killer guide on the Huntress. Anyhow, so the Huntress has always been one of the best killers in Dead by Daylight, the only killer, aside from the Plague, who has a ranged attack that actually does damage, but Plague's is situational, meanwhile Huntress is her ability at base. So she moves at 110 speed, and she's standard lunge range like everybody else and all that jazz. Her tear radius is only 20 meters, but she has a hum that's 40 meters, which used to be directional, but recently was changed to not be directional anymore. And let me tell you, it was a godsend on the Huntress, because it was way too easy to stealth from her with the directional humming, because you knew she was coming, and she's really slow. Urban evasion was her worst enemy. So, as you can see, I'm running Hex Ruin, Nurse's Calling, because Nurse's Calling utility on Huntress is absolutely insane. Barbecue and Chili, and Pop Goes the Weasel, because Pop Goes the Weasel is amazing. I'm also running for add-ons the Flower Babushka, which allows me to maximize my wind-up speed with the hatchets. It's very nice. And the UC Concoction, which gives anyone hit by my hatchets the hindered status effect for 30 seconds. These are my favorite add-ons. Huntress has some amazing add-ons, because she's got everything. Exhaustion add-ons, mangled add-ons, hindered add-ons, had add-ons to reduce her wind-up time and her delay between her throws. She's got some really awesome add-ons. There's only the only add-on in her kit that I say is bad is the mushroom, which is because all it does is give blindness, and as everybody knows, blindness is the worst status effect in the history of the world. Anyhow, I placed her on my killer tier list, I'd say at it's either number 4 or 5, flip-flopping with the Hag, because each has their strengths and weaknesses. Both are 110 killers, but each has different things going for them. Hag has superior defensive capabilities and good map pressure. Meanwhile, Huntress is by far the better chaser, because she can end chases faster than most killers if you play the correct move. As for any changes I would do to the Huntress, honestly, I think maybe they could stand to give her a slightly faster, throwing animation, so that her hatchet doesn't take a split-second delay between when you let go of the throw and when she actually throws it, because it can really throw you off on occasion. But other than that, she's fine where she is. She's got power and strength to her. The only thing that screws her over is certain maps, but as the maps get reworked, she'll do just fine. So for the Huntress, the biggest trick to Huntress is when survivors know how to deal with her, they will try to juke your hatchets and everything else, and they'll loop you around the really small stuff, which 110 killers have to loop 3 times before they can keep up. Then they'll just drop a pallet on your face. So the only trick you have with Huntress in that regard is either A, try to throw a hatchet over it, which is very risky, especially if they know what they're doing, and the hitboxes on certain structures are larger than they should be. Or you can mind game them to think you're going to throw a hatchet, because that's what a lot of Huntresses do, but instead to try to swing for the pallet. You got to try to mix it up, because if you don't do it, if you just try to throw a hatchet every time they go to the pallet, which is a good option sometimes, because if they throw down the pallet and you have good aim, it's a free hit, or even a free down if they're already injured. But you got to try to mix it up, and even then it's still rough against survivors who make the right reads. So, and then of course, if you see a survivor going towards a window or pallet, you can try to pre-fire him. Oh, Allie left. You can try to pre-fire in order to throw the hatchet before they go through the window, or as they're going through the window, vault animation and such. Those are the ideal times to hit hatchets. as they're they can't juke during the animation, so if you aim it just right, you'll get the hit for free. So that's Huntress's real strength, is that pallets and windows aren't completely safe. She can still get hits at pallets and windows sometimes for free. So similar in a way to similar to how the nurse can, but the nurse is a bit more technical and all that jazz. Huntress also has a very high skill ceiling, because there's very little limit as a range killer to how effective you can be as the Huntress, and that's what's unique about her. A lot of killers have a very solid skill ceiling, or they have a very hard cap on how powerful they are capable of being. But Huntress isn't really into that, because as long as you can, if you know the nooks and crannies that Huntress can throw through, which I am not one of those people. I do not know every little nook and cranny you can throw a hatchet through and hit a survivor in the head as they're going around a pallet. I've seen clips of it and it's amazing. And cross-map hatchets can also be a lot of fun and very satisfying. Not all that effective most of the time, but you know, if you find the survivor right after you hit them, it can still be good. So since her terror radius is only 20 meters, I run Nurse's Calling. I was running Iron Maiden, but the extra reload speed was not helping me, and Iron Maiden's exposed effect almost never comes in handy. Then we got, but for Nurse's Calling, since her terror radius is significantly smaller than the aura read, it can really throw survivors off as to where you're at, and it really is helpful for getting cheeky hits or just locating survivors, because even though the lullaby is no longer directional, it makes it harder for survivors to know where you're approaching from. They can still evade Huntress stealthily a lot easier than most of the killer cast, because she's a 110 killer, and even if it's not directional, she still gives you a very verbal warning that she's not far away. So, something you gotta deal with. But I'll try to show off a little bit of that in game. You'll see a lot of survivors doing a lot of weird things, trying to juke your hatchets, and you gotta learn how to try to deal with them. You know, I'm still not the best, but I'm gonna give it my damnedest. I've been practicing for the last couple of days, playing a lot of Huntress, trying to make sure this video is good for you guys. This video has been it's made me nervous, because I didn't realize, because when I first played Huntress, being like, okay, let's just see where I am with my Huntress skills before I make this video. Man, my Huntress skills were rusty. I hadn't played her in so long. I've just been playing so many other killers, getting them perks and stuff, plus Ghostface, and plus Freddy's rework and everything else. It just made it to where there was a lot going on. And I mean, there's already another chapter right around the corner. I mean, it's just hard to find time to play all the killers, plus farm perks for them. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Now but like I mentioned earlier, the thing that kills Huntress most is certain maps, like this, for instance, Auto Haven maps, because these walls look like you should be able to throw over them, but their hitbox is significantly bigger than it appears they are. So the gaps you think you could be able to throw hatchets through, you can't. And it really sucks, because it makes it to where survivors can loop these a long time if they know what they're doing. But let's see if these survivors do know how to do that. I'm in purple rank, so it's quite likely. Oh, hello, Meg. Wow. See, she threw the pallet, and I got the hit because I made the right read on where she was going to go. Alright. So she went... There she is. She's still going to be slowed by the U-seed concoction. She must have Iron Will. I just went for the regular swing because the hatchet was too risky. She was trying to juke there because she thought I was trying to throw a hatchet, but it didn't work out. And this other Meg, cheeky little wench, thought she was going to get me with the pallet. She almost got it too, I'll give her that. I don't know where she went though. Probably went back in for the save? No. Oh, did I just see her? I did. Alright, well that's fine. Let me just throw hatchet at you. Okay, so she didn't throw it. I meant to cancel that, but it did not cancel like I wanted it to. she let herself into a narrow gap, and that made it an easy hit. Nice, nice, nice. And someone saved, too, so I get to get this for free. Hi, Nia. She thought I was going to go through the pallet, so that's a free hit. Smart enough not to whoa. Whoa, 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 that save. That save. That save was ballsy as fuck. Oh, that hatchet throw. Love it. So I've been getting better with her, as you can see. But you gotta try to pre-fire, obviously, because the hatchets have travel time. And you gotta try to make reads on their survivors to make sure they don't just do that, all that. We got God Pallet out of the way early, so Shaq, our biggest weakness, is already weakened. So that's good. Shaq is still good against Huntress, just because it's, you know, it's Shaq. It's designed to be very good for survivors. Okay. So it doesn't look like they did anything there. They're probably going to go in for the save any second now. This Nia oh wait, that's Nia on the hook. Duh. But yeah, Nia was making some really ballsy saves there, and it's going to hurt her team in the long run. Luckily, Ruin is still up. We didn't have a 10-second Ruin this match. But, and there, you got some injuries spread out. They're not healing, though. Alright, where's the rescuer? I don't care about Nia right now. I want the rescuer. Okay, so the rescuer went this way. And that gen's getting worked on. I see the Meg running away there. Gotta keep an eye out. Yep, there she goes. Oh shit. This gen was getting a lot of attention. Oh, is that Bill? Oh, it is Bill. See, now this Bill looks like he might know what he's doing. He's gonna throw the pallet down early. Yeah. Prevent any chance of me getting him with a hatchet with a pallet throw. Sometimes throwing pallets early against Huntress, and he's looking around behind him too. So yeah, this guy kind of knows what he's doing. Alright, let's see if he goes... Alright, he's going for the shack, because it's the safest way. He's going to go for the window, because there's no pallet. Yep. Oh shit, I made a bad read. I made a bad read. Oh, but I got him with the hatchet anyway. Alright, now the UC concoction comes into effect, and he's slowed for 30 seconds. Oh shit, they're getting gens done now. They're not bothering healing, they're just gonna go for the gens. Okay, that was good. Alright, he made the good read right there. But... Oh, he's not gonna be able to make it another time. Oh, unless he does that. Dude, this guy knows his Huntress. Alright, I need to stop going for it. Yeah, he got that free pallet on me because of that. He didn't go the direction I thought he was. Alright, so this guy knows his Huntress. This is what I'm talking about. Huntress has a lot of very difficult counterplay to deal with. He knows I keep going for the hatchet throws. And I missed my swing on him because survivors know how to 360 on console very well. Damn it, I nearly peeked him in the corner there. Alright. I didn't do the hatchet windup, so maybe I can get it. That should have hit, but let's not talk about that. Alright, I got him now. What? Okay. My god, this guy's good. It's hard to deal with this 25 FPS and dealing with all these good jukes on console. It really is a rough world out here for some killers. Man, I had such a good start too, and I threw it all away for one chase because I got 3 gens done when I was chasing that Bill. 4 gens done. But, you know, it just goes to show you the bad part about this game, and I told you these maps are severely imbalanced, some of them, especially against the Huntress. Most map-reliant killer in the game. If you don't get a good map with Huntress, then you're screwed. So this is going to be a GG match, and I'm I'm very sorry that I completely just threw it. These guys aren't healing and they're just doing gens. There's like nothing you can do. So I'll do the best I can, but I'm probably not even going to get a single kill. Yeah, no, you see, look at this. Look at that. Look at how balanced this game. And that pallet hit me from 10 feet away. Alright, well, it's fine. Next game I'll try to do a bit better. Next match I'll be showing off the most powerful thing Huntress has at her disposal. All lithe or balanced or unbalanced landing, as I call it, because it's the most broken exhaustion perk in the game. Yeah. See that? You can't throw it over that apparently, when I should have been able to. Damn it. It's fine, I got it here. Oh well. Break skate. Oh, TTV people. That explains it. Probably a Survive a Friend squad. Might explain why the gens got done so quick. Don't really have much choice now but to just hold my hatchet. Try to secure one kill. I mean, I can't do much else. I've already lost this match, and I only have one hatchet left. I'm so embarrassed. I should have gave up on that bill chase a lot sooner, but I had him several times, but I missed a swing. They're trying to bait me, but I'm not throwing the hatchet until I see them commit to the grab. I don't know how she got down, but you know. Bye, other Meg. Can't go reload. If I go reload, they get away for free. I'm pretty much fucked at this point. They're just gonna go heal, then come back. Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the reload. If I lose, I lose. I already had a guy complain last match that I held on to my kill. Oh, never mind, the guy's just leaving. That's fine. It was a bad match. I had a good start at the beginning, had some good hatchet throws, but then the bill completely ruined it. One good survivor ruins a perfectly good lobby. It's just how it is. I mean, yeah, DS, adrenaline, spine chill, spine chill, spine chill. It's Iron Will, fucking, yeah, Iron Will and lightweight. I mean, these guys were definitely going for a more stealthy approach. That's why I can't wait for a lot of these maps to get reworked. Because, you know, bad maps like those are really going to just destroy you and make you have a bad day as Huntress, and it's not fair that the map alone is giving them so much advantage. So I'm going to put on the infamous iridescent head with infantry belt, which, what the iridescent head makes you to where you only have one axe, but if you hit the axe it insta-downs survivors, and the infantry belt gives you 2 extra hatchets, which means you get 3 hatchets instead of just 1. It's a very powerful setup, one of the most powerful iridescents in the entire game, but it does take a bit of practice to use. But I feel I'm doing sufficiently with Huntress that I am willing to go for the iridescent heads for this video. This is actually the first time I've ever used iridescent heads, and here I am doing it on camera. So wish me luck. Hopefully this game goes a bit better than the last one. But it did prove to serve just what I was meaning earlier about Huntress getting screwed over by bad maps and survivors who know how to deal with her. They just got gens done crazy quick. I mean, Ruin, it stayed up longer than normal, but still didn't really help, especially since it was wide out in the open, and as soon as the bill ran past it, the entire team knew where it was. It was just a right mess. I really wish that could have been a better game, and this is why I wanted to practice for the Huntress video. I was trying to avoid games like that, which have been really frustrating for me to deal with. But unfortunately, I just couldn't. I was just not on my game. I kind of wish I was recording my warm-up game, because I actually did really well on that match. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. And with Huntress, unfortunately, depending on the map you get, you can lose a lot. Or you can win a lot. The more you play Huntress, the more you'll understand her, how you play her at certain tiles and windows and stuff, and when to pull up your hatchet, the timings and such. It's a killer you definitely have to play often to get good with, but, yeah. So, but, you know, I got iridescent heads this time, so let's see what happens. Actually, and you know what? Just to make it a bit more fun and show off the killer Mori, I'm going to bring an ivory. I don't want to bring an ebony, because I'm not doing my experimental theory on an ebony Mori change that I thought up, where if everybody gets hooked, then the Mori activates. It's a bit of a rough idea, but, you know, I get tired of Survivor players just complaining about it all day and acting like it's a big reason why killers shouldn't be stronger or why killers are strong. It's like most of the killer cast is not strong because maps, especially, and a lot of them just don't have the tools to deal with communicating survivors who are able to just call out every little detail and give a ton of information. But we'll see what the future holds. I am noob. I'm hoping a fourth survivor shows up so I don't have to go through the whole lobby again. It's whatever if I have to, but if it's a bugged lobby, then I need to just back up. I'll give it a little bit longer, and then I'll reset the lobby. Oh, never mind. There we go. The head-on god. Okay, so this guy's going to use head-on and hide in lockers a lot. I better remember that. It's a Jane, so I guess that's not too... Oh, okay, well, he just left. Don't know why he left, but he did. No head-on god for us today. Anyhow, I am quite happy that the channel has slowly but surely grown over the last few months. And it's people who comment and tell me what they want to see, and, you know, this kind of thing. I'm glad I finally got a structured video series out, at least for the time being. But I would like to know more side videos you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see more Survivor, maybe? Or do you want to see more certain killer builds? I mean, hey, I'm up to try some things if you guys are willing to toss some ideas at me. Why not, right? Okay, I'm gonna just reset the lobby because people aren't just joining and leaving and stuff, and I don't want to sit here waiting. So, since we're just waiting for a lobby right now anyway, what is your guys' thoughts on the whole new Stranger Things chapter? Or at least that's what everyone's saying it's going to be, and based on all the hints that we've been getting, it's very likely Stranger Things is going to be the next chapter in this game. But it's like, do you guys think it's a good thing? Are you really excited for it? Do you think it's kind of overhyped, like myself? I don't know. Me, personally, the only reason I'm kind of not looking forward to it, but also looking forward to it, even because, one, it's a new chapter, new killer, new perks, etc., etc., perks getting changed, that kind of thing. Oh, it's the head-on god again. But here's the thing. It's going to be a licensed killer if that's the case, and technically, while Ghostface is original, he's also licensed at the same time. He's kind of a hybrid of both. But it's not because of the money. I don't care. I've got plenty of money to buy a $5 killer once every 3 months. But the thing that bothers me is that licensed killers very often fall short. Like Freddy is doing really good right now, but only because it took them 1.5 to 2 years to rework him. For the rest of the time, he was the worst killer in the game. Michael Myers, that guy hasn't been changed in forever, and he's just overrated as hell. He's just not all that great. Then you got who else? You got the Pig, which Pig is okay. The only problem I have with the Pig is how like her dash ability works. I think it's really dumb that you basically make a really loud roaring sound before you even dash. Like, it's supposed to be an ambush attack. If she gets close enough to pull off the ambush, let her do the ambush. Damn. Do the roar after she starts lunging or something, so she at least has some time to maybe get the hit, instead of a survivor getting a free head start. Plus, it would make her mind games at loops a lot better. The reverse bear traps, RNG as hell, and it's just a roll of the dice each time, and it can screw you or it can be really good for you. And then, let's see, what other license killer we got? Is that... Oh, Leatherface. Yeah, Leatherface, he's just worse hillbilly, and on top of that, he's the worst killer in the game at the current moment. Everyone pretty much agrees on that. So, yeah. But with non-licensed killers, there's a lot more variety. Their powers tend to be more unique. They tend to be better as killers most of the time. And on top of that, they also can improve and change the power of the killer as they want, while as licensed killers, they take a lot longer to get any fixes or changes because they have to stick to the license agreement for the character, which means they can't really give them that many cosmetics. They can't really change their power very much. They have to go, but they have a very thin line that they can't cross. So that's why I don't like licensed killers much. However, if it is a Stranger Things chapter, I will admit the Demogorgon is a pretty grotesque and cool-looking monster, which would make a nice killer. Dude, okay, finally. I thought I was going to have to restart the lobby again. I hate it when my videos have extended lobby times. It gives me more time to talk, but it's like, I hate making you guys watch it. Finally, we got started. This match may not be very long if I start hitting a lot of hatchets, just because people tend to DC against this. Survivors will DC against anything they find inconvenient. And then there's like prayer bead spirit. It's like... I'm not going to get into a tangent about it on this video, but let's just say I think that the prayer bead spirit argument is the dumbest argument ever. Because Iron Will exists, and Quick and Quiet. But I'll elaborate more on that at a later time. And for those of you who don't read the down below the comment that I paste, I also have a Twitter, and I would very much appreciate if you guys followed me on Twitter. That way I can keep in track with people, and it'll be easier to, you know, get more involved with the community. And plus, I always post my videos there just in case YouTube's notification system fucks up. So it's at the Immortal Knight 96. With 2 L's on Immortal, obviously. So I'd be very grateful if you followed me there. It just makes things a lot easier, and it lets me talk to you guys and stuff. Help spread the channel around a little more. Ah, the game, really? Well, it's a good thing I brought some strong shit, because the game is... I hate this map. Even as killer, I absolutely loathe this map. It is not fun for either side, in my opinion, to play this map. The map itself is very bland and boring to look at. I just don't like it. Alright, so no survivors here. Probably upstairs. Let's go check upstairs, shall we? Jen getting worked on here. Couldn't get it. She's gonna run. No scratches, which means she didn't run. This is a hard loop. Huntress has some... I went the wrong way. I thought there was more of a cutoff there, but there was not. Alright, there goes my ruin. Got her. Yeah, it's a good thing I brought the iridescent heads. This gen has a lot of progress on it. I can't get over there from here. So this is why, another reason I hate this map. It's so convoluted. Nice. Iridescent heads, people. If you're not careful, you get nailed by them. Oh, that guy gave up. Yeah, people tend to give up against this an awful lot. But I mean, it's their fault for swarming the hook. Like, seriously? You clearly saw I insta-downed her. Alright, kick this again. Get that out of the way. But at least this should be entertaining for you guys. Another guy killed himself. The other guy's still on the floor. I did warn you this match would probably be pretty short. This is just what happens when people go against iridescent head huntress. They give up. Plus, I'm assuming their teammate isn't even trying to save. But hey, the Atom managed to crawl away, so maybe he'll be able to get back up and we'll actually have a little bit of a match going. Probably not, but one can dream, right? The real problem is it seems like their teammate here is... Oh, there we go. Their teammate didn't seem to be wanting to help out. Trying to do as little as possible. Probably skulking around waiting for the hatch to spawn, if I had to take a guess. Oh look, there's both of them now. Nice. I didn't even get to use my Mori. I'm kind of upset, actually. Kind of hoping he Kobe's. I just want to use the Mori just to show it off. If one of you guys could Kobe, I'd be appreciative of it. See, it's like on the last game I was missing hatchets and stuff, but on this match I was hitting all my hatchets. Yeah, if you're accurate with your hatchets, iridescent head is extremely powerful. Okay, so he failed his Kobe. Will the other guy attempt a Kobe or not? Or is he just going to let himself wait until he gets the bleed out and then dies? Maybe if I go away he'll unhook himself. Or he won't even try. Oh, he tried, but he couldn't Kobe. Oh well, GG. Sorry I couldn't show off the Mori. At least I only wasted a green Mori, which I had a bunch of, so... It ain't all that bad. But the thing is, with iridescent, you know, yeah, some people are like, oh, iridescent head is so bullshit. It's like, at least it has a major downside, and you need a purple add-on to alleviate the downside a little bit. And even on top of that, you have no wind-up speed, you have no more delay between hatchets, and your hatchets don't have any status effects on them. Not that they need them when you're insta-downing, but still. It still, you know, comes in handy sometimes. But the real kick, but the wind-up speed is pretty rough unless you're using Mana Grass, Braid, or Flower Babushka. These guys, like, that Adam made the huge mistake of throwing down that pallet when he knew I had iridescent heads. Like, he knew I had them, but he threw it down right in my face, knowing it would give me a free shot at him. You don't do that against an iridescent head huntress. Because she only has 3 hatchets max. That's the max she can have, and that's if she has the purple and the red together. So, you gotta make sure she misses her hatchets, because if you force her to reload, that's a free getaway. And it's a big time waster for her, because she's gonna be hesitant to throw hatchets, because if she misses them, it's just more often she has to reload, and that takes a lot of her time. Anyhow, I hope you guys like this killer catalog video. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.